Hello and welcome to today's episode of Food Chain. My name is Emma Davis. Today I am at Otafo in the Eastern region to find out what it means to be a guinea fowl farmer on a large scale. This is an 8,000 bed capacity farm. Come with me as we explore and we find out what it means to be a guinea fowl farmer.
We have this facility here in the Eastern region of Ghana. And then the focus of this, or the vision of this institute, is that we want to support the youth and the women, and then also to create employment to Ghanaian community. The project started 2018. We started to go into more on livestock development. So by doing that, we engage some growers in the communities around us, Ashanti region, Eastern region, and also in the parts of the Northern region. So we started giving them pigs, 100 pigs per farmer, and then we give them feed and supervision also. So we decide to put in our own farming skill facility in Ghana, and then in 3 years ago we started putting up the structures here, and then as I'm speaking now we have about 80% completion on the second phase of the project. In 2018 we started with a pig agro scheme with about in across the region. Okay. So we were working with 28 farmers, giving each farmer 100 piglets aged between 40 to 25 kilos.
Okay, and how did that project survive? What was the end result?
Yeah, it went well. Yeah.
So how many did you produce?
We produced 700 pigs.
Okay.
And then Marina Moore was our main customer.
Oh,
so in every week we were slaughtering 25 to 30 pigs.
Okay, you talked about the fact that it was under rearing for food and jobs and all that. Can you also touch on that part, how you supported that program?
In our company, we did a project for rearing for food and jobs. They designed a cockerel project, and then our company decided to work with animal production department, offering them the necessary production activities. So we did about 86,000 bears for rearing for food and jobs.
Okay, and how successful would you say that was?
We delivered all.
Okay.
Yeah, we delivered all.
Okay.
On records, we delivered 86,000 cockerel. First was 30,000 and 56,000 cockerels.
Okay, now let's talk about this project. Tell us more about Guineafowl.
Sustainability program.
Yes.
Yes, so as we see here, we have a flow chart here on the guinea fowls. So at this facility, we have 1,000 pure breed here, and that 1,000 pure breed purposely for multiplication. So we will breed them until they get age 20 going, and then they start giving hatching eggs, fertile eggs.
So age 20 means what, 20 days?
No, age 20 weeks.
20 weeks.
Yes.
Okay.
And in 20 weeks, you will get a fertile eggs, and then we put it in our incubator hatchery. And when we hatch them, we give the guinea case to some of our selected farmers, mostly women and youth. And then we give 200 to 500, between 200 to 500 kits per farmer. And then they will grow them. When they grow them, we will also go there and then select the male from the female. The female, they can slaughter them because you don't need much female to cross the female, the male. So you need 1 to 4. So we will go to our farmers to collect them, and then we start another breeding program again. So when you do that, in the next 2 years, or you will get more mothers in the system that we don't need to import them, because importing the mothers or the breed is very, very expensive, and the risk is also high. So we want to do a local breeding program in this facility.
Explain to us what all this means.
Okay, when you see here, there's a sign, one on the down and the one on the core. It's giving you indication of female and male.
Okay.
So here, this is how they flow. This is the flow.
Okay.
So you can see that you have the J155 and this one.
Okay.
So this, you cross, you get the mother.
Okay.
So this is the pure breed that you see here.
So this is your breed, and then what is this? Is this one what you get from the breed?
Yes, what you get from the breed, and then you are coming down to get the offspring. Okay. Yes.
So this is what we can consume.
Yes. After this, you get the standard slaughter. This one that you can consume.
Okay. How important is technology in today's farming?
I think they have a saying that if you can beat them, join them. In Ghana, if you want to do a production, it takes the whole year and a half to get another cycle. But in Europe or US or China or anywhere, they use artificial insemination. That moves faster than what we are doing in Africa. So to get a cash flow, we need to put technology into our agro business.
Yeah. Why are they making this noise? At what points do you feed them? Do you have any way you measure them and all that?
Yes, we have a scale that's in every Monday we put them on scale. That will give you indication that they are growing or not growing. And then you need to get a certain weight before you can give the hatching, the fertile eggs. Or they will be, you cannot get the weight, the weight. Because in every week, when they are in week 4 or week 6, we have to get exact weight.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have a chart that is a manual on the Guineafowl.
Okay.
So you have to go according to the manual.
Okay. So why are they making this noise?
Sometimes you can see that when it's time for us to feed them, when they see us around, they will just make noise because they are happy that it's lunchtime. And then sometimes when it's too much heat, also heat stretch, but naturally guinea fowls, they are noise. Yeah. Naturally they will make some noise.
What do you do with it?
We also give to the crop farmers around to plant maize and other things.
Okay, I see that some of them are secluded. Why?
We have what we call sick day. So you can see that some of them, they are not performing well. So we need to separate from the strongest. And then you treat them. When you see that they are okay, you bring them back.
Okay, so right now, do you have what with them?
Yeah, I think these ones, we put them on high protein feed when they were young. So they were getting fat and less, what do you call it, calcium. So their leg was not strong, yes, a weak. Yeah, their leg was weak, but now that we put them on the high calcium feed, they are getting better, but they are not sick like diseases or other things.
Okay, let's talk about diseases. You know, since you've been in the livestock industry, how has this affected your businesses?
Yes, you see, in a farming business or livestock or poultry project, I normally talk to people that don't put your heart in it. If you put your heart in it, you will die. You will die early. So look at it like a mirror. don't put your heart in it, because I have an issue that in 2018 I lost 9,000 guinea fowls at 9 weeks in the northern region, Wa and Sandema. I lost 9,000 in 1 week. I lost 9,000 guinea fowl in 2018, and then I lost many birds. I lost birds. Sometimes in front of you, you can see that you lost about 400 birds die, maybe from rain, lightning or something. And even here, one morning, we came and then saw that 56 of them died. So in the livestock with that is fragile. So
do you think if this kind of system is replicated, we can, stop importation of meat and all that?
You see, the matter of importation is critically it's critical thing that you need to take time and analyze it, because in Ghana, in the production that farmers, whatever we are doing here, you can't sustain the industry, because today you get maize, you get soya, tomorrow you may not get soya, and then you can't feed the birds, and then the facility or the banks here, they don't also support the farmers. So if you say let's cut the imports, maybe now it will work, but tomorrow it will not work, because you don't have capacity, and then you don't have farmers who can sustain the industry. We don't have the farmers who can do, because we are about we are about 30 million Ghanaians, and the 30 million Ghanaians, if you do 1 + 1, it means those eating meat are maybe 20 million in a day, and in the 20 million in a day, we need number of carcass to feed them. So if a farmer produces today and tomorrow he is not producing it, it means our children cannot get meat to eat. So we need to get a sustainability on this animal production, cattle or beef, and then poultry, and then other remnants.
How long have you been a farmer?
Oh, I've been a farmer all my life.
All your life?
Yeah.
That should be how many years?
Yeah, that's, do I have to say my age? No, I've been doing this for 40 years.
40 years?
Yes.
What would you say the journey has been like as a farmer?
Oh, as a farmer, it very much depends on where you are located.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm sure that it also depends on what time of year and where you are in your agricultural development process. Yeah, I'm from Denmark. I'm the founder of a company called AVS Agric,
okay,
who have the vision of adding value to the livestock sector in emerging markets.
Okay.
And that's, you can say, a combination of knowledge sharing and products that can support. And the main issues I saw in West Africa on the livestock sector was feed for animals and abattoir and meat processing.
Okay, before we get to that, let's talk about farming in Denmark.
Farming in Denmark?
Yeah. As a farmer in Denmark, how is it like?
It's like going industrial. You know, many markets are different. So in Denmark we are going to bigger and bigger farms, more and more industrialized production, and cheaper and cheaper products, which is very interesting, of course.
And I think if you compare Denmark to Ghana, that's the gap in Ghana, right?
That's a gap to say that it's two different worlds, both in terms of climate, culture, and also on but the agricultural potential is absolutely here, absolutely.
So what, in your opinion, what do you think is the problem here. We do have the potential,
Yeah.
but then we are not meeting capacity. We're having challenges with our food basket and all that.
Yeah, I will say three things. It's my opinion. Is first is organization. How you organize yourself in agriculture. It's first how you organize yourself in agriculture. We have a big tradition for farmer organizing themselves into a whole value chain approach, owning feed mills together, abattoirs, dairies together. So all the value gained in the agricultural value chain goes back to the farmers. That comes from organizing yourself. So that's the first point. The next one is education. To educate people and give them the necessary skills to operate their farm on a professional level. And the second is mechanization. The third is mechanization. How do you mechanize your production so you can gain more from the same input?
So today you're here. What's your motivation for being here?
My motivation for being here is that I've been to Ghana many times, but this is a kind of.
You told me when you first met me. What did you say?
It is saying.
It is saying.
I said it is saying.
It is saying.
Yeah. And so Ghana is my second home because we have so much in common on the cultural and also you can say on the understanding each other. So also the humor here is pretty like we have it. So that's I'm very familiar with Ghana. Yeah. So my motivation for being here is that this is a kind of a new setup in terms of the first priority, organizing yourself.
Okay.
So I'm very curious on learning how this group of many interesting stakeholders from the agricultural value chain could collaborate on developing the sector. So that's the first, and then of course I would see the education as a part, and third, we have, for example, we have our modular slaughterhouse solutions that could tap into the market here. So of course we have also that approach, that see when is the market mature for that.
So looking at this project, do you think if government should replicate it or businesses should pick it up, it's going to transform our industry?
I think everything comes with the people that is acting in the sector. And if you're successful, things can be copied. But I've been involved in some projects also in Ghana, where if you're not organized well, it's difficult. So I will say that here CR72 have to test and make proof of concept, and then it's scalable, and that could be a very interesting rollout model here, and also for us to tap into that development with our abattoir and meat processing solutions.
What do you think we can learn from Denmark?
Produce more with less.
If you say that, what do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, you produce more kilo of meat with less inputs, both financially and physically. And that, of course, comes with management and genetics and feeding and optimizing all the parts of the value chain. But that knowledge is available.
Okay.
It's just how you can put it in here. So more with less and cheaper food for the nation should be the goal.
And that would be prioritizing mechanization as well.
As a part of the game, because if you want to utilize your knowledge potential, you can upscale by mechanizing.
Okay.
That's a part of the game, depending on what sector you're in, of course. Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to share?
Just say that I'm very happy that this event is going on, because what I have seen from other parts of Africa, it's very difficult to implement things that will really have impact on the ground. And I just cross my fingers that this group and the people behind it, they can manage to make it a successful project.
Our vision is to bring our knowledge out in the world, and now we have this project here in Ghana, and together with the student we will bring Ghana up in a higher level in in food standard.
If you say you want to, expand your knowledge or let other people know more about this, what do you mean? What exactly is Ghana missing out on that you'd want us to incorporate in our livestock farming?
But today you are imported a lot of the product, but now we want to learn to make the products here in the country, so more people can get a job in for the food sector.
So you also an advocate for growing more in Ghana?
Yeah, bringing more value into the
But then Ghanaians, we do have a fear, or most of the farmers do have a fear of not being able to produce to capacity, to meet capacity. Do you think, what other means do you think we can address that? Using technology, artificial insemination,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, as with our technology and just when we are cooling down the products and we're making smoked products and salt them, they can have a longer life, and you have more days to sell the products, and it's easier to distribute it all over the country.
So do you think Ghana is behind with technological advancement in the agri space?
I think, Rafael, there's something we can learn as we do in Denmark, I would say.
Like what? What do you do in Denmark? We should.
I mean, in Denmark, a butcher he can do all the things. Also, he can slaughter a pig and a cattle, and he can make products of it, sausages and things like that. So I think there's a lot of things where we can come here with to learn your young students.
In Ghana, if you talk about a butcher is just someone who just slaughters the animal. But in Denmark, you add.
We are cutting it up and making convenience food out of it. So the customers just buy it and then heat it up in the oven. So there's a lot of ways we can do things for you.
So as a country or as an institution, how are you going about that to help Ghanaian butchers or help players along the livestock value chain to be able to add value to what they produce?
And so we are interested to help both parts to bring more value into the business.
Okay. But in what form? In what form are you helping?
I mean, when we are making, you have an animal and you're making all the different products, and we sell them on the local market. Then you don't have to import the things, and then you get the jobs here in the country.
With the butchering, and I know packaging goes a long way when it comes to purchasing or to influence people to buy. Ghanaian in our industry, sometimes packaging is not there yet. We are not that advanced in packaging. Is that a key thing you think we should?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, packaging. When you vacuum packing the products, you have maybe 20 days to sell your products. But you need to have it cool down on 2 degrees to sell it to have the longer life. It's cold. You have to be more cold. The product. Yeah.
Okay. Any tip? Do you have any tip you have to give to the Ghanaian butcher out there?
Yeah, I mean, make product you could be proud of, and go out to the market and sell your sausages and spare ribs or what you are producing, so they come back and buy it.